Alright, hey guys, this is Morbos TCG. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Beetroopers. So I want to try this new thing where I just talk about a new archetype or new cards that just came out that I feel like just talking about. And for this video, I just wanted to talk about Beetroopers and the new cards that just came out. So Beetroopers is a TCG exclusive archetype at the moment, and they're like these people that are just writing on bugs, and I think it's such a cool idea. And seeing this like moth or butterfly, this guy like riding on the butterfly, it looks cool, and just going into battle with something like it just seems cool. But yeah, let's just go straight to the effect. So if an effect monster is normal, special summon to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Oh, if an insect monster is normal, special summon to your field. So basically, if you summon any insect monster, then you get this card out for free. So seeing that it's level 3, this is gonna be like a free link 2 or rank 2 or rank 3 for Beetroopers here, and I think that's pretty cool. It looks free. It doesn't have any sort of condition. And when a monster your opponent controls activates effect, you contribute one insect monster to destroy it. So being able to, so what sucks about this is that it doesn't negate it. It just seems to you tribute and you sacrifice one of your monsters and you don't negate the effect. You just destroy it. It's not like that good. I think it's decent. I think it's a decent card overall, but not going to be anything too crazy. There's going to be some cool combos that you're going to be able to do with this though. Just being able to get a free summon out of this is cool. And that swarming effect, I always like seeing them in cards like in Black Wings. But yeah, let's go to the next card. So the next card here is Beetroopers Scout Buggy. Now this card, as you can note, is very expensive, and it's going to be the most expensive card at the moment if you're going to want to run this deck. So I'm guessing it's already going to be like a 3-of just because it's a secret rare. So you cannot special summon monsters except for insect monsters. So it just locks you into insects, which is fair enough, but there should be like a good amount of insect cards that are really good in order to be okay with like locking yourself into it. But I get it. They don't want you using it for a generic summon, I guess. And if this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon one Beetrooper Scout Buggy from your hand, deck, or grave. So that's what I mean. Like, when it's summoned once per turn, you get a free one Beetrooper Scout Buggy. So you get a free either Link 2 or Rank 3 just from Beetrooper Scout Buggy, similar to Beetrooper Scale Bomber. But yeah, it locks you into insects. I think it's really good. It's not going to be crazy, but I think it's a good card that you're probably going to have to run 3 of. It's basically a free rank 3 and link 2. Like, that's really good to have. But yeah, let's go to the next card. So the next card here is Beetrooper Sting Lancer, and he looks really cool. I just wanted to, okay, look, so Scout Buggy, I didn't talk about his card art, but I think it looks cool. Again, a guy riding on a ladybug. So this one looks like the guy is part of the soldier, or is he riding on a bee? I'm not exactly sure here. Either way, I think it looks pretty cool. He's a level 7, so he's not going to be able to go with that level 3 synergy. But yeah, during the main phase, quick effect, you can target one insect monster in your grave and one monster in your opponent's grave. Special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, place the targeted monsters on the bottom of the decks. So you get to special summon him and recycle your card and your opponent's card. That's pretty good. The only thing I don't like about this type of card, or these type of cards, is that you rely on what your opponent does. You never want to rely on what they do. And not being able to summon him on your first turn as well seems like doesn't seem that great. But I mean, at least it's a quick effect here, so you can do it during your opponent's turn. But unless you can like link during your opponent's turn or do something with him during your opponent's turn, I'm not sure how good it's going to be. And if he's normal or special summon, you get a Beetrooper Spell or Trap. So I think you're going to have like be able to set your spell or trap in order to make this really useful. But I think he's decent. I think he's going to be somewhat useful. He is a searcher. He does search out your Beetrooper Spell or Traps. So I think that's really good. But yeah, I don't think he's as good as one of these. I think Scout Buggy is probably the best one. But yeah, he's a decent card. Good search. And yeah, let's go to the spell. So the spell here is Beetrooper Formation. You can target one Beetrooper monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn, and then you lose life points equal to its original attack. So at the moment, these are the 3 main targets that you're going to want to go for. 1200, 1000, and 2400 attack is what you're going to take. So yeah, you summon them, you take that damage, But you get a free Beetrooper. They can't attack, but you can still link with them. You can still exceed them. You can still do many things with them. So that's pretty good. And it is a field spell here. And yeah, if a face-up insect monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Beetrooper token. So you get a free Beetrooper token out of it. So that's pretty good. Once one of your Beetroopers is taken down, or not even Beetrooper, any insect monster is taken down, you get a free Beetrooper token. So I think that's really good. And if there's a way to tribute them, which I think I saw with Beetrooper Scale Bomber, yeah, you can tribute a monster and then you destroy it. Okay, so you tribute one of your insects and then you could destroy it. And this formation can sort of feed it. But yeah, it's a decent card, not too crazy. It does swarm the field, and it does like, what does let you swarm the field with this, and let you get easier links. So it's actually a pretty decent field spell. I've seen worse definitely, and this is definitely one of the better ones. But yeah, let's go to the trap. So the trap here is Beetrooper Flying Sting. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a Beetrooper monster, you negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So that already reminds me of the Gladiator Beast War Chariot. It's pretty good effect. I know a lot of people don't end up running these cards because they just think, because traps are kind of too slow, and I can see that, but just being able to negate a monster effect has always been a really cool thing for me, and like a cool security to have. And for these type of archetypes, I think having that little bit of protection is really good. And then during your end phase, if this card is in your grave and you control an insect monster with 3,000 or more attack, you can banish one insect monster from your graveyard and then set this card. So you can recycle it if you control an insect with 3,000 or more attack. So if you can power it up, or with one of the links, I'm guessing, that's going to be your main way of recycling it. But yeah, it's not a bad card. I think in the future with more Beetroopers, it'll go more in the shadows. But I think it's a really good card to have at the moment. But yeah, the first of the two links that were announced here, or that are in Dawn of Majesty here, is Beetrooper Armor Horn. So this is the link 2. Requires 2 insect monsters, of course. You cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. So that's just like Scout Buggy, locking into insects. And it also, so you can only use each of the following effects of Beetrooper Armor Horn once per turn. During your main phase, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, normal summon one insect monster. So you get a free normal summon of an insect monster. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a link 2 free summon, so you potentially get a link 3 there, especially with some of these cards that are able to do things if they're normal or special summon. Example, Beetrooper Scout Buggy. But yeah, and I think he might be able to, or no. Yeah, this card is normal or special, so you get a Beetrooper Speller Trap from your link 2, which is pretty good. And so you just get a free Beetrooper. Makes it easier to go to the link 3, especially since a lot of these cards combos. So if, let's say, Armor Horn, you go Armor Horn, go summon Scout Buggy. Now Scout Buggy searches out another Scout Buggy, and then because a monster was special summon, you get a Scale Bomber here. So just like things like that are gonna be pretty cool to see. Pretty cool interactions. But yeah. And then if this card is in your grave, you can banish 3 other insect monsters from your graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So you can banish 3 other insects and then basically recycle this card. That's a cool bonus effect. I like having this sort of option. I think it's a cool thing to have, and banishing 3 monsters is kind of a steep cost, especially because it looks like a lot of them are going to require you to recycle them. But special summoning it might be what you just need, and since you're able to just start combos with just this effect alone, just normal summoning an insect monster. Really good link 2, and I think for an archetype like this, having a strong link 2 is a really big thing. So let's go to the boss monster and the final Beetrooper card that we know of. So Giant Beetrooper Invincible Atlas. It requires 2+ insect monsters. It's a link 4. And then while this link summon card has 3,000 or less attack, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So with 3,000 or less attack, which is this base attack, it becomes untargetable and indestructible. So that's really good. They're going to have to attack it by battle. And if they don't have a monster that can compete with 3,000 attack beast, it's going to be a problem for them. And you cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. So it's the same as, I think, the Link 2 and the Scout Buggy. And so now you can tribute 1 insect monster, then activate one of these effects. You can special summon 1 Beetrooper monster from your deck. That's pretty good. You're just going to be able to trigger one of their effects right off. and then he can gain 2,000 if you're going for a finisher, it looks like. But then he loses immunity. So this seems pretty balanced. It doesn't seem anything too crazy. Special summoning a Beetrooper from your decks is really cool. And I think this card, gaining 2,000 attack, the thing is making it vulnerable is going to be a problem. But if you're able to just like benefit off that attack and just go straight for the kill, I think that's really good. But yeah, you can also tribute one of your tokens here. So that's also a really good thing to have. This looks like a really cool boss monsters, and I like that the links are stag beetles, and that the art for these cards is really nice. So I'm really liking them so far, and I can't wait to see like what other insects they might use, and see what other potential cards are out there. I just wanted to say that like for rank 3s, that could be pretty cool. Number 3 Cicada King definitely sticks out. It is an insect, and then it's a 2 level 3 monster, so you can get it out of Beetrooper Scout Buggy and Beetrooper Scout Bomber. So really good synergy, just natural synergy just having there. And if the battle position of this card is changed, you can special summon 1 insect monster from your hand or grave in defense position. Okay. When a monster in the field activates effect, you can attach 1 material, negate its effects. You do have to target it, which sucks, but at least you get to negate it. And right now having insects is kind of difficult to do that. Beetrooper Flying Sting kind of gives you that, but this one will give you that extra protection, and you can summon it on your own will. You won't have to wait the next turn in order for it to be active like you do it with the trap. But yeah, once you do that, then you make 1 insect monster on the field, either gain 500 defense or change its battle position. So the idea here is either you're gonna want to increase one of your insect stats, which we're probably not going to want to do. You're going to most likely want to change him to defense, and then once you do that, he does have 2,500 defense, so that makes him more protected. And you also get to special summon 1 insect monster from your hand or grave in defense position. Effects are not negated, so you can trigger a bunch of insect effects if they go, if they're special summon, or if they're normal summon, or if they're special summon, the X, Y, and Z happens, which we've seen with Beetrooper Scout Buggy and with Sting Lancer. And not with this card, but with 2 other cards, it's pretty good just right off the bat. But yeah, I think this card's really good, and it's definitely going to be a must-have, at least at the moment. But yeah, just seeing what future insect cards come out of this is really cool, and I hope it just helps insects as a monster type become more relevant. But yeah, these are really cool cards. I hope you guys liked the video. If you want to see more of these type of videos, just let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.